What's up? What's up? What's up, family? Welcome to our live stream. Sorry about that. Welcome, 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 welcome. Everybody, happy Wednesday. Almost forgot
What day of the week it
the
is?
day of the week was. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week so far. Cecilia.
Cecilia.
Man, I feel awful, Cecilia. I am so sorry that we couldn't make it last week. I was dying, and I don't know if you can hear still, I'm very congested. But last week, first was Kyla, then was Kalel, and then it was me. And man, I was so, I got, excuse my language, I got pissed, man, because I really wanted to go to the park to meet you and the family. And I couldn't barely move. I could barely move. Like we have legit gone out to do kid stuff. Meaning the
School
basketball,
activities.
yeah,
Kind of.
basketball practices and stuff. This is gonna drive me nuts. Give me 1 second, guys. Um,
Gotcha. No way.
there you go. We're gonna take care of that right off. Thank you.
Gotcha. No way.
Um, basically, what we did is just go out for basketball practices, games. Kyla had a meet on Saturday. That she looked like a rock star
Ooh.
because here she is. She couldn't even breathe. Yet she can. She broke her own record. It was like unbelievable. And I'm not lying. We will go out, come back, and we will like the three of us will go to sleep. Karen is the only one who remains, on touch. And then on Sunday, Kaleo had a double game. We came back. The three of us crashed again while Karen was working from home. So it's
Girls,
been it's
I
been
keep
tough.
working while they all crash.
It's been tough. We only went out. We did go out to Tampa to record the On Dead in the Water. And you guys, if you haven't seen that video, recommended to see for you to see it, and you will notice the kids were actually wearing jackets.
Yeah.
Like, hello, jacket on September.
And it was
In
also
Florida.
raining, so it was really not the best
So
weather for
yeah,
them to be out.
so that wasn't ideal either. But of course, we have a commitment with our local hunts friends over here. We don't want to, saying yes and then not show up. Although they will understand. But I just feel bad. And then Saturday we got invited to go to Sir Henry. Hopefully, you guys seen that video too. Outstanding um, hunt. Same thing. Went out for only
That.
well, no, because Skylar ran in the morning. We came back. We slept all day, and then we left to go to Plant City, which is about 30 minutes or less from Tampa, and then drove back home, and then we all crashed. So and basically, the kids have been honestly going to school this week, doing their
Sports
sports,
and crashing.
and then crashing. Like they're been going to sleep like super early, which is very like weird. So anyway, um, bottom line, Kyla got tested positive for flu. Passed it to Kaleo. We ended up taking him to the pediatrician. Tested
He
positive
got
for
it
the
worse though. Poor
Kaleo.
thing.
Yeah, Kaleo's still
I
kind
was.
of dragging.
Yeah.
So he ended up with the flu as well. Tested positive for the flu, and I know I had it. Don't ask me. Didn't even go to no doctor.
He didn't go to the pediatrician.
I didn't go to a pediatrician nor to my doctor. But I could tell you that I probably would have tested positive for the flu
Or something.
as well or something because it's been awful. But anyway, Disney obsessed mom,
How
how are
are
you?
you?
It's been a few days that we haven't seen you around. Um,
Hey, Mary.
Mary, how's it going? Uh, Lisa popped here for a little bit,
I
but she's
saw
in
that.
HHN. Lisa said, hello, just stopped to say hi. Just got to HHN Hollywood. Our first Wednesday. Happy
Happy
Halloween,
Halloween, family.
family. Julio came here earlier today saying we can talk about the candlelight processional dates. Well, we'll talk about that later on for Disneyland. Excuse me, my coughing. But anyway, If you happen to be brand new around here, welcome to Cool Case Adventures. You're watching half of it because the other half is somewhere out
One's
there.
passed out on the couch, and the other one's stretching.
Right. We came from basketball practice, of course. But anyway, family of content creator who love going to Disney and Universal, and you're watching what we call Real Talk Universal and Disney News. This is where we actually talk about the different news coming or activities happening currently here at Disney and or Universal mainly. And then we also do some, local parks as well here in Florida. So that's who we are. Occasionally we fly to California, enjoy
Occasionally.
our second home, California.
Hi,
So,
Mary's mom.
Mary Mom is in the room. Hi, Mary Mom. I got my
Arriba.
two hands here, not holding camera. So, anyway, guys. So, thank you for joining us. So, we're gonna start talking about a couple of things. We're gonna move through here very as fast as we could. And I'm changing it up again. We're gonna actually let me do. First of all, let me pull these really quick, Aaron. I want to basically um, talk about a couple of local things that we've been doing. The main reason is because we believe on helping our local um, friends. So here we go. Here we go.
Oh, jeez.
Um, so obviously we are in the peak of Halloween. So I am truly sorry if Halloween is not your vibe, or your Halloween vibe is only Disney, which is the friendlier version. So I am truly sorry for showing you a lot of gory stuff. We're known about for loving Halloween content. We're known for also loving the holidays. So you can expect a change if you're fairly new, a change to going from one extreme to the other. I promise you that we are gonna have a couple of more Halloween stuff going on locally, and then you're gonna start seeing eventually where we shift completely to the holiday. So with that said, I want to mention that we had last week. Visited one of our favorite local hunters is called On Dead in the Water, and On Dead in the Water is very. Let's see what I mean. It's wearing the jacket.
Kids were wearing a jacket,
Yeah, you're not part of that.
but
So
I was
like
wearing a jacket.
the kids were like gone. They actually spent their way of going from here to Tampa about 2 hours sleeping straight, over 2 hours in
And the way
the
back.
rain. Oh my god! And then they did this video, and it felt like they actually came from playing or running
Yeah.
because they were passed out, man. So what's going on, Steven?
Steven,
Aloha Jax. Aloha Jax is right now in Horror Nights.
where else would he be?
Well, he was earlier. Maybe he's still there. Um, Mary's and mom laugh. But anyway, I just want to, for those who come here to Florida, if you want to pay a visit, something other than Halloween Horror Night or Mickey No Scary Halloween, pay attention to the different hunts that we're doing. Or if you're from Florida, uh, Steven said, I'm still here, man. I wish I would be there, man. But if you're from Florida, also pay attention to some of these local hunts. Don't fall asleep on located in Tampa by the aquarium. Uh, like downtown Tampa. And the cool thing about it is that it's in this ship. This is called the Victory ship.
The naval ship.
It's a naval ship, and it's a retired naval ship. They were using it for what, Karen?
World War Two.
World War II. So American Victory. And the creepiest thing is speculated to be truly haunted. So we've been doing this now for 3 or 4 years now. we've been blessed that they invite us every year. Um, Actually, the first year we went on our own, and then they saw us with a camera, and they're like, "You guys content creators?" And we're like, "Yeah." "Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys cannot record." I said, "Okay, no worries. We're just gonna give our feedback." And they wanted our information, and then from that point on, they keep inviting us, and they love the fact that as a family, we go and record this as a family.
Hey,
Miss
Sheila.
Sheila, one of our YouTube members, just like Cecilia, thank you so much for joining us. But anyway, it is creepy to know as you're walking through that is haunted.
Yeah. It has a different vibe to begin with.
And then when we go as media, gluten free,
Free,
how are
how are
you?
you?
The creepy side about going as media is that there's not many people with you. So like they do a media friends and family night, but they only allow a couple of people at a time. So you rarely run into somebody. So
I think they do that normally anyway, not just because we're in media.
right, but the fact that there's even lesser people, it makes it even
Right.
creepier because there's
So you're not
time
rushed too.
you're walking for a long time, and it's only in my case it's only the three of you. So at this point, I cannot see anything. Obviously, I made a mistake of forgetting the light, which made it even worse. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I try to block mentally the the is not to be haunted. Like if I let it affect my psyche, then I become more freaked out. And I'll be honest with you, anytime that you see me recording on blogging style, you if you don't like uh, Halloween content, I still suggest that you watch it because this is where you're gonna see, I guess, a big guy screaming like a girl. Because this is the only time that I get to focus on a camera, and I am so focused on not messing up the shot that I get surprised.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I get jump scared like left and right. David, how are you?
David.
Hopefully, you and the family are doing well. So you know you go upstairs downstairs it's incredible. That's one of the main ones that I want to do at some point during Florida Halloween season because
You have to.
it is creepy as heck.
Yeah, I think so far that's my favorite haunt. I think I really enjoy that one.
This year or overall?
Overall.
Okay.
But this year so far that's my
Marilyn, how
favorite.
are you?
And
Was this the one that you were like
here,
scared as
yeah,
hell
yeah.
this year, right?
This year. The other years that gets me a little bit. This year, I don't know what it was this year, but I was pretty freaked out this
I
year.
think it was because in this first run they were following you.
But I'm always last. They always follow me.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Then I tried to go in the second run, and that didn't work. Like I thought they were gonna follow. Anyway, guys, they as you can see, they come from everywhere, and I don't get to see them because I'm paying attention of not falling down. I'm paying attention to look at the camera. Look at this. I mean, you're inside an actual retired naval ship. This is not a joke.
And it's hot in there.
And yeah, and if nobody talks, you get to hear everything all day. Like if you're in a movie,
Yeah, you hear the sounds of a ship. Like
you even
different sounds.
You even hear like the sound of the wave hitting
Yeah.
the ship. It's like creepy as hell. Highly suggested to anybody that can come here to Florida and or also lives in Florida because this guy do an outstanding job. And just so you guys know, this is a museum during the day.
Right.
So it's incredible how they transform it. So again, if you want to laugh, I highly suggest watch any of our videos, especially when I'm holding the camera, because you
Like that.
are
You're always
going to
holding
laugh. So anyway, that's On Dead in the Water. I just want to put them out there. Thank you to the team of On Dead in the Water for inviting us and trusting us. Now you're on the surface where they're gonna do a human sacrifice, spoiler alert, and they're screaming and anyway
Enchanting and
enchanting stuff. So it was creepy as heck.
I love it.
Every
I
ye-
love it.
every year they do something different. They change the storyline. So if you haven't done it yet, definitely watch the video. Do us that favor. That helps us tremendously. And then let's talk about Sarah Henry. Sarah Henry Haunted Trail is Haunted Trail located in Plant City, Florida, about 20 to 30 minutes outside um, Tampa or before Tampa, right? And they're celebrating their 10th season this year, 10th horror season. And, we feel humble to be invited by the team of Sir Henry Hunter Trail once again. I guess this is our third or fourth year. And did you listen to this? The microphone. So apparently, what happened is that I must have hit this over here, and I didn't notice that it was like this.
So it's muffled.
So you could barely hear. No, you cannot hear from the when I talk on the front as well. You hear it normally from the back, like,
Mm.
because it was set up in a different way. So anyway, this setup, this is what happened on the microphone. It got switched over here and it didn't click, and I didn't notice it. So it was awful, and I didn't notice that until almost the end. I'm like,
Wait,
yep. So
but you were
lesson
you were
learned.
you were super sick that day.
Lesson. Oh yeah. Lesson
That was
learned.
your. I think that was one of your worst days.
Lesson learned. I have to like pay attention to those little details because I was so mad.
Cause I was there.
But anyway, Sarah Henry Haunted Trail. They went ahead and they did a ceremony. First time that they do a ceremony, they did actually change this facade, which it was pretty cool to see. And then you get to see all of these creepy characters. Just so you guys know, their Henry actually they do their own storylines. They change it every single year. Some of these characters are legends because they had shown prior year, and they do everything themselves. So why do we enjoy this type of local hunt so much? Is because unlike Halloween Horror Nights, they don't have millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars just to spend. This is them, you know, generating their own revenue and building from ground up.
Right.
Everything that they do, all those facades have them. They built them themselves. So very cool storyline. So, for example, also one of the best part this year, finally in Florida, we find an actual haunted hell ride. Hayride. Hey, hell ride. Look at me. Hayride. Um, we had hay rides before, but it's like, it's some decoration here and there. This one was like an actual storyline. And it was super exciting. So of course, the witch, which is one of the main characters this year, it does kind of like a mini show every so often, and it has three haunted trails. It has a haunted hayride. It has two mini escape rooms. Um, all of that for a very unexpensive
Right.
per se
Price.
cost. You're looking at the 30-ish, 40-ish dollars whenever you go. Um, unlike horror nights, you're spending a lot of money. So anyway, the storyline over here is basically about werewolf and how uh, they had casted a spell and a werewolf
Cursed.
that got cursed. And oh my god, that
That
character
girl's
is creepy
awesome.
as heck. Um, Anyway, Sir Henry Haunted Trail, one of our most favorite um, haunted trail here in Florida. It's probably in our top five.
Yeah.
Top five of all time. And I was there to say top three.
Yeah.
Even so. So amazing amazing haunted trail. So this is the one for the werewolf, and then later on we go to what is called, oh, they have axe throwing too, which is kind of cool to
They
I
have
like
different activities. They're just not. They're
I
not
like that.
just yeah,
I like that.
haunted trails.
I like that. Then we go to that one. This is what it became our favorite, and it's because these are the basically the legacy. This is basically all the, the past, exactly, the other past
Icons of the house.
icons, and it was amazing to see. Even Sir Henry himself was there, represented at one point. So anyway, we recorded that video on Saturday, posted it on Sunday morning. Hope you guys were able to see it or are able to see it, just to give not only us but Sir Henry, and in the case of the American Victory, the on Dead in the Water. That's how you can support them, even though you cannot visit them. If you can support them as easy as watching our videos, hitting like, sharing that video, because eventually YouTube continues to share it until hopefully people from Florida or they are coming here can see it and say, "Oh, I saw that place. I want to visit them."
Yeah.
And that's how you can actually help us spreading the word. So super excited that we were there. Um, Moving right along. What's coming up for this week? We actually got invited to a petrified forest, which is another one of our
Yeah.
most favorite haunted attraction. We will be there on Saturday. We also got invited to Kirby's Farm, um, which is another one. We're talking about a family farm that between the family and a whole bunch of volunteers convert that farm, and they make 3 or 4 haunted trails,
Right.
and they make a crazy storyline out of nowhere. And you have a whole bunch of scare actors, kids included. They
Like
do
little
not
kids.
they do not freaking break out of character.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, they're worse than the one that you find on Halloween Horror Nights and all that. And
Halloween Horror Nights are babies next to it.
and you get to see all of these, and so many scare actors. All of them are volunteer, and all that they're doing is just like collecting funds so that way they can spend it back on the farm, so they could continue to help the youth,
Yeah.
troubled children. They help children organization. It's just amazing for what they do.
It's an amazing organization. Yeah.
And I freaking get scared as heck every time I visit them.
Yeah.
Because it's in the woods in the middle of
Nowhere.
Nowhere. I mean, if something happened to you and they're good luck. It's like
It is in the middle of nowhere.
it's like being with Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
So next week, next Friday, I think that's what we're going. Yeah, next Friday. And for those who like holidays, stay tuned. Just got started for a holiday preview, and that is actually happening as well next week as well. I believe so.
Like holiday.
Yeah.
Oh.
If it's either next Tuesday or the following Tuesday. And also Gatorland is coming.
Whoop, whoop. I love
So
Gatorland.
we will be going on Gatorland to promote their Halloween event. So one of our most
So that
places
one's
in the
more
world.
like, if you don't like Halloweenish, like this dark Halloweenish, then Gatorland's almost like Disney. It's like it's in the lighter side of Halloween.
So lots of local haunts and events going on, and I'm freaking loving it. We love supporting, we love being there, and as a family, that's one of the best things that we know to do. And not because we're content creators, but we used to do stuff like that with our kids since they were little. So anywho, let's move to other type of news thing. Just want to keep you updated of what we're up to. So if you don't see a lot of Disney Universal videos coming, it's because
like normal
is A, because obviously we've been under the weather. B, we're paying attention mostly to the sports, the kids sports.
Oh my gosh.
And also this events that we have to honor, and we have, Karen and I have always say, we don't care if our channel gets 3,000, 10,000. We don't even care if our channel hits 100,000 or a million of subscribers. We will always remain who we are, and we will always support our local hunts or our local community. So
You have to.
if we get a million subscribers and we're blessed like that, we're gonna use that to support local community, especially when they're trying to, you know,
Give back
give
to
back,
the
because
community.
Sarah Henry is one that gives back to two different foundations. So a lot of them give back to the foundations and stuff like that, and I'm there for that. So we will always support that. So moving right along, Karen. So Halloween Horror Night. Um, last week up to Sunday, Horror Nights was slammed.
Mm.
So a lot of things have been happening. You know, first of all, there was a garage sale.
That looked insane.
They looked insane. I mean, none of the merch they had over there even caught my attention, to be honest with you.
Thankfully.
But yeah, I went there once. I remember I recorded with Kyle and Kyle once. I was like, there's nothing over here. But apparently got so damn popular that they, you know, the line, look at how long the line got at one point.
That's insane.
So he got out of control. It is good for people that want to buy things super cheap.
The Jurassic Park shoes that obviously didn't take off.
Yeah, that has been there since 2022. Yeah. I'm using WDW's Universal News. So 60% off the shoes. They have some ones as well. Ooh, I forgot I still had coffee. My bad. Coffee break with Carlos and Karen. The coffee corner. So if you're looking for like cool stuff like that and you don't have to pay as much money,
but you want to wait in line forever,
definitely it's worth it. You know, collectible toys, that's kind of cool. I mean, for me, nothing, you know, caught my attention. Now, these I was beating myself. So Disney also had a garage sale.
Yeah.
So
that one I'm kind of.
Let's address that elephant in the room. The fact that both Disney and Universal are having garage sales for multiple multiple days, it's kind of scary. It's very scary.
Well, the one for Disney was pass holders and cast members.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there was this. This one was team members and an pass holder. What you have to realize, Ka, is that the fact it is not only is not okay to have a garage sale from the business standpoint of view.
Yeah.
For one day, that alone for multiple days. You know the kind of message that you're already sending right there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They did not sell like they expected. Their merchandise are
they had that much. They had that much merchandise. And today my brother was telling me that you didn't need a reservation. Like they were letting anybody in for the Disney one. So that tells you they're desperate to sell all that.
So both Disney and Universal, and this is scary. We've been talking about these for months now, about Florida economy. And I'm getting nervous. You know, normally I'm bragging, I told you, blah, 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 this is Sosa's fault. And then now I'm getting nervous because what happens is they start affecting the actual community. And this is where then we start talking about people losing their jobs. So this is not a good sign. Later on, we're going to talk about what kind of special Disney actually released. More specials for a hotel already for 2024. So here we are, not even in October, and they're already releasing 2024 special. Kind of scary out there. And you know what Disney does? Normally Universal follows. So the lounge flies, that you know, for people like how we started, because we didn't continue it, but people like us who enjoy line flies.
That's a very expensive
Karen, everything that collection. We choose to do is expensive.
Yes.
But anyway, so you have an idea. These are the kind of things that you were able to find. So if you want to find shirts and stuff like that, those, nothing wrong with that. Mini line flag at 60% off. There's nothing wrong with that. You know.
This is why nowadays it kind of hurts to pay full price, because eventually they're gonna go on sale.
But you know what really hurts right now? I'm gonna show you what really hurts. So like if you go to Disney right now, let's say we go to Disney Springs, and then because we are right here today, and what kind of merchandise we're gonna see there? What's the season right now?
Fall, holiday, Halloween.
Halloween, right?
Yeah.
But then we decide tomorrow that we're gonna go to Magic Kingdom. What merchandise we're gonna see? For what season?
We should see fall and Halloween.
So it's gonna be Halloween pretty much, right? So no matter what park do we go, it's gonna be Halloween, right?
Should be. Right.
So if you guys are wondering why I'm being kind of sneaky like that,
as usual,
there you have it. So anybody that walks into Disney right now, Disneyland, any Disney property,
paying full price.
It's gonna pay full price. Yet you go to shopdisney.com at 30% off.
And we haven't even hit October.
Scary. These are the kind of tricks that I'm trying to teach people, so that way they do the research. Or that's the reason why you guys gotta keep watching us, right? But it's scary. It's scary that it's not even Halloween, because remember, Halloween pretty much is in October, technically speaking.
It hasn't started.
Right. So technically speaking, this shouldn't happen until like maybe the middle of middle of October. While we are at, and I think it started on Monday. That's when I got an email or saw it. It started on Monday. 30% off. So all these people buying Halloween merchandise on Disney property as we speak, as this week, they're paying full price for something that's already 30% off online. So $80 for the Spirit jersey. There you go, $55.99.
Oh, that's cute.
So it is freaking unbelievable how they play you. The parks. The park. This jacket is, oh my God, we loved it. So this jacket, not only me, people, not only me. We saw this jacket in Disneyland for the first time. And even Kyla goes, I am so tempted for that jacket. Loved it. So there you have it. Everything Halloween, 30% off. Anyway,
Mary said, yeah, those garage sale lines, I was like, I'll pay the extra 60%. Yeah, it looked insane. It looks insane. And not only the line, you got to make the line, and then the massive crowd that's inside trying to look at everything at the same time.
It could be deceivable too.
Well, deceiving, yes. But on the first days, it is like that.
So when Kyle and I did the garage sale, it was the first time that they've done it since the pandemic. And we were there. I remember doing it online. And once we made it inside, first of all, we made it inside in less than 15 minutes. So the line continues to move fast. Then once you're inside, it's like being on an outlet. You basically have to like continue to look and wait until people move out of your way, kind of.
Yeah.
But we still can find stuff. Because I remember I bought Kyla a Harry Potter shirt and Kyla something else, like a Jurassic Park shirt or something like that. But it's not like...
I mean, by the time you get there, you might as well buy at least something.
Right. So the whole experience maybe took us about a little bit over an hour, but I also was recording. So anyway, moving right along. Japan came up with this. My melody-inspired shirt available during Halloween at Universal Studios Japan. I loved showing what Universal Studios Japan is doing, because that's a sign of something that we could possibly be doing soon. A lot of the merchandise that we're currently having right now, and I was looking around but we don't have it here. Example, like the Minion Monsters. That's merchandise that came out last year in Japan. And this year made it to the States. And it's actually happening. So it is incredible. And I keep saying this, excuse me, how we, the States, help opening Universal Studios Japan and train them. And they also came over here. We also went over there, trained them. And now I feel like we have so much to learn from them.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're realizing it too, because as you can see, they're bringing stuff. You know, look at how they actually they're actually decorating carts and all that just for a simple promotion. So expect our Universals, both in Hollywood and or here in Orlando, to be doing promotions like this eventually. Expect card to be decorated like that soon. If you are a coin collector, well, the comic book store now has new coins,
nice,
new medallions. So I like mentioning this because I know there's people that actually go around collecting them all. I remember when I used to be a tourist, I used to do the penny press.
Yeah, the penny press.
Because I had to have them all, and those are collectible. Don't sleep on that either. Because once they remove them, then they don't bring them back. So a lot of there's a business for that. So these are for the Marvel superheroes. So if you're interested, there you have it. Now you are able to find the Universal annual pass holder around Universal this time. It's starting in Island of Adventure. Now they have it in Universal Studios. So if you were wondering how this one looks, it looks decent.
I like it.
It's still not my favorite.
Lead.
Yeah, but it is what it is. WDW News Today released this week that they've been cutting songs from Rip Ride Hollywood Rocket. I wouldn't be able to tell you because it's been years since the last time I was able to ride it or fit on that ride. So they went from 30 plus songs to only 5. And
I wonder why. Just royalty or
nobody knows
maybe
why.
People were taking too long to pick a song.
Yeah, nobody knows why.
That's a lot of songs to go through. I mean, come on now.
Apparently, these are the only 5 songs that you're.
It'll take you longer to pick a song than the writers.
Could be. So, but people notice this thing and people don't like it. Can tell you that.
Of course they don't.
I can tell you
they
that.
Took out their favorite song, and that's the only reason why they come to Universal to ride that one ride, to pick that one song that is no longer there.
You exactly right. All right, Harry Potter fans. So they came up with some pajamas. I'm just reading pajamas. Shirt, dress, pants, and tank. So for $50, you could have this shirt dress. That's perfect. I'm assuming for up north.
Yes.
I'm assuming
those
places that are super, super duper cold.
That's still not enough.
I'm assuming it's still not enough. You're right.
You need the pants and that long.
But it looks neat though. I like having that
the gold medallion.
Exactly, that logo in there.
It's not medallion.
And then you go for $37 the tank top.
Sheila likes them.
Every time I see these kind of merchandise, I had to mention it and show it just because of Miss Sheila. So $40 for the pants. I mean, they're beautiful. Don't get me wrong. You come here to Florida, I'm assuming you could go to one of the Walmarts or Target close to the parks, and you'll be able to find the same thing, even cheaper. Not the same thing.
Not the same thing. Similar.
A set of pajama in this case, and it will be cheaper than what you're gonna pay in the park.
For sure.
But still cute though. Moving right along.
Nice.
Karen, this is a must.
Of course.
This is a must for me as a fan. New pass holder exclusive Dr. Oddfellow card coming to Universal Orlando Resort. Sorry. So this is beginning on October 1st. We will be able to pick up this Dr. Oddfellow card. And I'm digging it. You know,
yes,
he's that not so-called
icon,
officially named icon, but he's the icon.
He's the icon.
He's the icons of the icons, the king of immortality. Se llama Inventaros.
I know you're like really selling him right now.
Watch me next time I talk to him. I'm going, my lord, and all that.
Oh, jeez.
All hail to the king of immortality right here. We
lost him, guys.
No, we were dying.
No.
If you watch our last live stream, you didn't see it because you were with our friends. But in our last live stream, I was able to talk to Dr. Oddfellow and introduced him to Danielle, in which I did tell him that she wanted to be immortal like him. And he did this whole ritual in front of everybody.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I told Danielle I got connections. I got connection. I recorded. I need to send it to her too. But yeah, I did it. I did it in front of the live stream.
Cecilia never saw him.
What do you mean you never saw him? He's always out and about. He wasn't in front of today's cafe?
She's probably busy making the lines.
You got slam, girl.
Yeah.
Oh.
How many houses were you able to do?
Cecilia, were you able to do all that? Well, she had Express.
Yeah. So she should have.
But do you buy Express for one night or do you have Express for that multiple night? And if so, whether it was one night or not, were you able to do all the houses? That's what I really want to know. This collectible looks like it will be cool looking.
Yeah.
Yes. Nope. On Wednesday, it ran on. So you had it only for one night. Oh, shoot. I think Wednesday was the night. Oh, the people were pissed because they delayed a bunch of houses because of weather. Like the houses on the back.
And they didn't want to do anything, right? No refunds or anything?
Nope. But she was able to do all the houses.
Well, cool. Good for you.
What was your favorite? I'm eager to hear. Oh, if you can put me your... You see,
damn,
4 houses. See?
Till after midnight? Woo.
Yes.
So the other ones must have been slammed.
4 houses
That's a lot.
Until midnight. Yeah, because it was raining like now. It was raining worse than what it's
the last few days we've been having storms.
But no, I remember that once, and I remember me checking on the app. So this is me sick. So the little bit I was able to see, people were angry, rightfully so, you know. Oh, they say this is delayed, blah 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 blah. Whatever.
Our first logo for our shirt. No, not that one.
Oh, so
Miss Sheila.
Stranger Things was 185 minutes in the rain.
Oh,
damn! But see, because everything else was closed.
Right. That's what I'm saying. 4 houses down is a lot.
Everything on the back was closed, so I pushed all everything to the front.
Miss Sheila, Halloween stuff just creeps me out. I don't do scary.
I get it, Miss Sheila. Yeah. I get it. At the storm now, they aren't there when I get. Oh,
dude, it's been storming like every day. Yeah, to where the point where we lose power for like a second. It doesn't go a lot, but we've lost power 2 days in a row already. Like it goes out and comes back on quickly, but it's because of the storm. And driving during the storms is horrible. Oh my gosh, me trying to get out of Disney today was horrendous.
Oh, we did have our first cool front on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
We woke up in the high 60s.
You could feel the difference.
But that was on Saturday. Now we're in the low 70s, which is still okay.
It's still okay. It's not bad.
I'm not mad.
It's not as humid as
y'all haven't heard me complaining about the weather as much lately, so you can tell.
Except the rain. Oof.
Yeah, the rain's been awful. So Cecilia, so you did all the houses. Can you give me basically yours and your family top 5? Well, so we have 2 right now. What's going on, Ryan?
Ryan, how's it going?
So Cecilia said Blood Moon and Dueling Dragon top of my list. Okay, what other 3?
Blood Moon's one of our favorites, no? What's up there? Was that in the middle?
What's up there? We love the Darkest Deal.
Darkest Deals.
Dueling Dragon is just beautiful.
Right.
Let me know what are your next 3, just out of curiosity. In the meantime, anybody that comes here after October 1st while supply lasts will be able to get this card. I will be getting mine for sure.
For sure.
Also know that
waffle.
Yeah. And Hello Kitty waffle scented. New scented Hello Kitty waffle lunch fly.
They're fighting with the Mickey waffles?
Yeah.
I like the bows of butter.
It's lunch fly, so it don't matter.
Yeah, no, they don't care.
At this point. So
you have to like Chucky.
Nah. Our Chucky was like, ugh. I do want to do. I did tell Kyla. I do want to do Chucky again.
If we ever make it to Universal,
we will make it on Universal. There's no way we're not gonna make it on Universal again. You know, we will make it on Universal. So let me double check on something real quick.
Go to the next one now.
Hold on. Oh, so Halloween Horror Nights up to Sunday. Just so you guys know, Cecilia not only dealt with bad weather, but she unfortunately dealt with very crowded nights. After you left, because I think, Cecilia, the last night was Friday, right?
I believe so.
Friday was sold out. Saturday was sold out. Sunday was sold out. So the reason why it was sold out is because, and this is, it didn't dawn on me until I talked to Ethan, and he told me over Sir Henry. I totally forgot, because it's like, why is Horror Night so busy? I mean, I get it. They we got, one of the most solid HHN in the last few years, but damn, sold out almost every night. He was like, dude, because of the Rush Fear pass. The first pass, the Rush of Fear, is only available for the first weekend, the entire week, for the weekends in September only.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, they had the Rush of Fear pass.
Make sure they made it.
Make sure that we're getting their money worth, so that they were going. So then Ethan tells me, watch it. He goes, I watch it. Starting on Wednesday, you're gonna have this Wednesday and possibly next weekend and possibly the following. You are gonna have the slowest nights in Halloween Horror Nights, and then you're gonna get slammed again. And I was like, damn, you might be right, Ethan. So let's check. Blood Moon Dark Offering, 50 minutes, 65 Chucky, 60 Oddfellow, Dueling Dragon for whatever reason is delayed, Stranger Things 95, Darkest Deal 50, 65 for The Exorcist, 100 for The Last of Us, 65 for Universal Monster Unmasked, and Yeti Campground is delayed for whatever reason. Something happened on those sound stages between Yeti and Dueling Dragon. They're next to each other, that is delayed. So this is like a medium kind of night. It's not bad though.
It's a normal night.
No, it's not bad, Karen, because
I'm saying it's a normal, normal.
Right now, at this point, the crowd.
Today's Wednesday.
Right, but the crowd has mixed up. This is a balance. Notice that it's 50, 65, It's not like one house is at 15 and the other one is at 100.
Right.
It's a balanced crowd, which it means that once people start dispersing, or literally start moving away, like around 10 o'clock, 10:30, watch it. Everything's gonna be in 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Especially
with the weather.
You could not find a night like that last week.
No.
You couldn't at all. So anyway, let me catch up on the comment. Our power was out for a couple of hours the other day. A car crash. Oh, good Lord. My God.
Oh man, I hope they're okay. Yeah, we lost power for like a second. It came back up. I wasn't even home, but I knew.
All right, so Cecilia has Blood Moon, Dueling Dragon, and then she said The Darkest Deal, Oddfellows, and The Last of Us in no particular order. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I think that's what the houses this year. There's really no order. Like they're all like you can't.
You have to build it in different categories.
Yeah.
Because see, like Dueling Dragons is not scary, but it's beautiful. It's a it's like the same house as last year.
I don't think it beats last year's though. The ship one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a beautiful house. It doesn't nothing this year, I think, matches that.
Deadman Pier.
Yes.
Deadman Pier was beautiful.
Yeah.
And so is Dueling Dragon.
Dueling Dragon is really pretty.
No, a Hello Kitty fan, but I do like
the the waffle lunch is pretty.
Yeah. Chucky was terrible. So Chucky's tricky. See what happened with Chucky. I think Chucky's a little bit all over the place. I've been trying to analyze exactly what went wrong with Chucky, and I went back and I watched some of my friends who are content creators who were media and were able to record inside the house. So I was able to see it again and then compare it with the one in Hollywood. And I think what happened with Chucky is it was all over the place. So when you go to Hollywood, it is strictly the show. Over here, it starts a little bit like with a combination of the movies and then it jumps to the show. So people that have not watched the show, they're not going to get it, but they did a terrible job over here as well. So if you're a fan, you obviously like it. I love the show and can't wait for the season. I love the show. Listen,
but Chucky has very mixed. Either you love it or you don't like it at all.
I love the movie. First of all, I have never been terrified of Chucky because Chucky
he's the comedic.
Yeah, he's like a sarcastic murderer.
Yeah.
He kills just for the heck of it, and then he's so sarcastic that make it so funny when he says stupid thing. I've never ever been scared of Chucky. I love Chucky. It's one of my favorite movies. I love the show. I did enjoy the first season. Second season, I don't know what the heck happened to them. They kind of like went up the rail for whatever reason, but I still enjoy the show. So as a fan of the show and the movie, when you walk through, the minute I walked through that house in Universal, I was like, what in the hell is this?
Chucky.
Now, that's what I told Kyla. I want to do it again because we did it on the first day.
Right.
We haven't since then.
Well, and we've heard that it's gotten a little better since the first day.
Yeah. Some people have told us that.
Yeah.
And then we went to Hollywood. I enjoyed the Hollywood one more than this one.
Yes. And I think they did a better job over there.
And it was more organized. It was better presented. Just like Monster. Monster over there
was so much better.
I knew exactly
what we were doing,
where we were stepping into. It's not like 20 different scenes all at once. I hate when they.
Well, the one here is like Phantom of the Opera, Phantom of the Opera, Phantom of the Opera. Somebody else here, Phantom of the Opera, Phantom of the Opera.
So many of our friends have said the same thing. It's like, hey, it's still not the best house.
I think last year was better. Over there.
No. But what some of our friends have told us about Chucky.
Oh, yeah.
And these are people that go almost every day, by the way. Kind of like Aloha Jacks, you know what I mean? And Steven was one of the ones that told me, listen, still not the best house.
But it got better.
But compared to the first weekend, it got a little bit better. That's what he said, a little bit better. So Steven told me that the last time I saw him. Friday was back. I ain't see your Sir Henry vlog yet. I'm glad that you enjoy the local, man. I love the
We love the local hunts. I honestly rather, to be 100% honest, I would rather spend the money to go to the local hunts than go to Halloween Horror Night.
Not this year. This year Halloween Horror Night.
Yeah, but Halloween Horror Night doesn't scare me like anymore. Like where I go to these local hunts and I'm looking to see who's gonna scare me. But Halloween Horror Night, you kind of know where they're gonna pop out of. Like I literally walk through Halloween Horror Night like looking at the scenery because I know I'm not. I get a pop here and there, but it's not as much as when you go to the local hunts where they're really trying to scare you.
Yeah, you get more jump scare.
Right.
In local hunts because you don't know what to expect.
Right, and that's the beauty of it, I think.
Yeah. I like your local hunts. Up to probably last year, I would tell you local hunts was a lot better than Horror Night. But
I think this year they brought a lot of hitters.
This year, Horror Nights came swinging, and they came swinging hard.
Yeah,
it's not a joke.
It was a beautiful. Awesome. It was a beautiful.
I don't think Orlando has had much to do with the show as the Halloween. Yes, definitely not. Between Chucky and Monster over here is for me. It's for us. It is messy. It's all over. Like you walk to a scene and then walk to another one. You say, what is happening?
You just see a whole bunch of Chuckies popping out.
You're like trying to register. Okay, what scene am I walking to? And that's the problem. Not Monster so much because you don't know the story of the monster. Because it's not built off a movie yet. You know what I mean? But Chucky, once you see movies and you're trying to register the scenes, and then they don't, and it's kind of like out of order too. And you're like, what's happening? So, but the one on Hollywood just follows an order.
And the local hunts, they just take it to the new level that the theme park hunts just can't do. I agree. I totally agree. I just think the local hunts are still very. We're here to scare. You know what I mean? Like where Universal, I think they've toned it down a bit for make it like everybody some more family, and they're really. They really put all their effort in their layouts. You know what I mean? Like.
So, but we go back to also scare actors in Hollywood are at a different level. I mean, they're there. I'm
talking about the ones here.
They're there to scare the hell out of you.
And Hollywood gets close to you.
So local haunts scare actors are just like that one in Hollywood. They will get you in your face.
They get on your face. One of them actually in one of the local hunts. I don't think they meant to, but they felt like they touched me. I think they reached out and they were just like too far into the reach where they touched me, and that scared the crap out of me because I didn't know they didn't mean that. It wasn't meant to because they're not really there to touch you. But it was so scary because I don't know where I felt like I felt the hand. I was like, oh my god, like.
But over here they follow the local hunts. They
follow you. And sometimes they don't, and you're like you clear. I cleared it. I don't think they're gonna follow me, and then all of a sudden you turn around and they're like right there.
Yeah. And normally I'm like, where did you just came from? And they just interact.
They start laughing, and then wouldn't you want it?
They also interact with you. And now, one thing I wish we would have been able to do this year, I keep saying it, was to visit Knott's Berry, Not So Scary Farm. Yeah. Not Scary Farm. Not Scary Farm. This year, celebrating the 50th year anniversary, based on what I seen on videos out there, brought it to just even a harder level than even Universal did, in my opinion. I was talking online with Kevin, who just came from Hollywood, and he was like, dude, first time going to Knott's Berry Farm. He's like, I'm looking forward to come back every year.
Yeah.
It was insane. I had a blast. I got scared like hell in there.
I think 1 year we're going to have to not go to the openings so we can go later in the season to be able to hit Mickey's Oogie Boogie, Halloween Horror Night over there, and then go do.
We've done Screamageddon before. Yeah. We've done Screamageddon before. We've been invited by them.
Carlos did wear the one where they could touch you and they pull them. They pull him.
So there's multiple problems with Screamageddon. Multiple problems. Problem number one.
And yes, everybody has to sign the release.
The first problem with Screamageddon is that they don't bring new stuff every year, or they maybe bring only one hunt, one trail that is new. Everything else remains the same. And the second problem is that unfortunately it's carrying a bad reputation. And it's because the fact that they can touch you. And do the research. I'm not here to bash nobody. I love everybody. But unfortunately, they're currently even being investigated.
Oh, that's not good.
For cases that they still have open out there, unfortunately. So and it could be both. So the fact that you sign a waiver and you could wear the necklace and they can touch you, I feel that also opens the possibility for even the guests that don't know how to control themselves,
right,
to just overreact,
like line.
Yeah. But had Screamageddon bring more new stuff, I would have just go back this year. But I only have one attraction that is new.
They're far too for us, right?
They're a little bit far, but I don't mind. I mean, I have fun. I had a blast in Screamageddon, and
that's the only thing. The local hunts for us, they're all far.
and the fact that you could shoot zombies with the
that was fun.
With a
paintball,
yeah,
that was fun. That's fun.
But it was creepy as heck because then so the problem is also you gotta understand. Kyle and Kalel, they're at this point they're braver than the normal 15 or a 13-year-old kid. They already been kind of like
they've been doing it for like 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. Since 2019, these kids have been going through all these hunts, right? So up to 2 years ago, when I did the whole necklace thing and they could touch me, it became a little bit of a problem because now I'm separated from the family. So now you're leaving Karen with the 2 kids. So
we did good.
Well, yeah, but for them it was
super, it was super scary because Dad wasn't there.
It was panicking because Dad is not leading the group.
And Mom's not behind us.
Mom is not behind. That means one of us needs to be behind. Kalel's still not 100% confident. He's super scared, even though he's in the middle. So like, where is Dad? You know, and it got to the point that they separated us, but then all of a sudden they grabbed them and put them with me because they realized, obviously, you guys are media, you're with him, we're going to touch you too.
Yeah.
And then that I putting them, which it was fun, I guess.
But, yeah, it was fun.
But
one time they did that, and then the next time they just took you. And we got out of the house way before he did.
Well, Kalel was crying.
Kalel was crying, yeah.
So we had
he was younger, like
right, that's
2
what
years
I mean.
ago.
So we have to calm him down and then show him, listen, nothing's gonna happen. You're gonna be fine. And then Kyla, I need you to brave up, be on the back, and let Mom lead. Okay, if that happens, and then we'll pace ourselves. We're not gonna do it back to back. You know, so that's how it happens. So we have to kind of slow down with that whole necklace thing and all that. So, but I ended up having
it was fun.
I ended up having a blast. Cecilia says, come to Philly and visit Eastern State
That sounds amazing.
Halloween. Oh, I would love to do that. Our goal is to visit other states.
Yeah.
Eventually. That will be wicked cool. There's one called the Shallow Grave. I have heard that one too. You met the wife of the owner and she wanted Michael to help out with the bit. So I have heard about Shallow Grave. As a matter of fact,
the one that Lucas was talking about?
Yeah, that's the one that Lucas was talking about. Yeah, and Lucas is a friend of ours and he said he loved it. So I'm gonna see if I can find more info about them. But anyway, local hunts are just fun, man. Netherworld in Georgia, I hear is really good. Yeah, I want to start traveling.
It will, yeah, we want. It's just hard with the kids because it's right like almost at the beginning of the school year, and literally they miss a day and their grades tank. Like, so to get them back to just for missing a day or two, their grades literally go from like an A to an F. So then they have to work harder to try to get them up because they're missing the participation aspect, and that apparently it's very big percentage. So it's hard. It's hard for us to take them out at this point. It's getting like every year is getting harder and harder for us to take them out of school.
I may have to start reaching out and see if we can travel like for the weekend. So like weekends, we leave on Friday and then come back on Sunday driving or so.
Yeah.
I would love to do other states. Anyway, while we continue the chat, you guys can continue the chat going over there while I do the news, and then I'll jump back on the chat too. Karen, this came out. This is pretty cool. There's a new Shrek Swamp in Scotland, which is an Airbnb.
That would be so much fun
here for this Halloween season.
Just for Halloween?
Mm-hmm.
They should leave that open all the time.
I'm sure they will.
That would be so much fun.
I'm sure they will. Once they
in the Netherlands?
In Scotland.
Oh, I would love to go to Scotland.
In Scotland.
I want to go to Scotland, Netherlands.
It's absolutely real, and booking opens on October 13th.
That would be so much fun.
It says, look at it on the Scottish Highlands, far, far away from anything else on a 20-meter dirt trail, off an unpaved road.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
So it's a tree house. It's a tree-shaped house. Shrek Swamp offers various outdoor activities, winding trails to explore, whatever. Blah, 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 blah.
He said whatever. That would be fun.
And let's see.
Oof, that sounds fun.
So they even had the decorations, as just like the movie. Some of the swamp rules are fairy tale creatures of all kinds are welcome. Well, we ask the guests not to bring any pets.
Makes sense.
People, please no smoking, drugs, or illegal activities. We also have strict no parties policy. Okay, so you cannot party like Shrek. There will be 24-hour security on site during the stay. There's no kitchen on site, but all meals and snacks will be provided. So please let me know if there are any allergies or dietary restrictions.
It makes sense. You imagine a kitchen in a tree? Like, that's very hazardous.
It says, lastly, and most importantly, remember guests won't melt in the rain.
Does that mean that you could potentially get wet? Yep. Like inside the house? Only
1 2-night stay from 27 to 29 will be available. A price not currently listed.
That would be fun to do.
Right? That's pretty cool, right? So, let me see. San Luis has a very good hunt called the Darkness. Yes, I heard about one in San Luis. There's another one in Utah that it looks pretty scary as heck. Sheila said, I heard the Netherworld in Atlanta is super intense. That's calling my name.
Yeah, Ryan said that. Netherlands and Georgia, I hear is really good.
Yeah.
Netherworld. Not Netherlands. This is one of the most haunted places in America. Kyla probably wouldn't be able to go. If it's truly haunted, Kyla will have it.
We won't tell her.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to.
Listen.
She was watching a show the other day.
Hold on. So we've been on the naval ship, and that's haunted.
And she felt it. She said, I don't know if she told you, but in one of the rooms that was super dark, she's like, I felt something in that room.
Yeah. So
twice when we did them, because we did that one twice.
That,
yeah.
Cool Case Adventures has been in the lighthouse of.
I think we need to do it again.
Of what's it called? St. Augustine. In St. Augustine,
it's one of the most. It's also one of the most haunted places.
What's the name of that show from the Discovery Channel? They actually certify it as being haunted. in San Agustin, the lighthouse in San Agustin.
There's a couple places in San Agustin.
We're there.
It would be nice to. I think we should go now. Now that Kyla's more sensitive to that, to see what she says. I think we should do that.
We actually been in the San Agustin jail, and that one is haunted.
Yes.
So none of that. I mean, I'm telling you, I am very sensitive when it comes to that crap, and I know when to or not to. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean.
I think we need to do San Agustin again.
San Agustin is fun.
I love San Agustin. Ghost Adventures.
Adventures.
So, are they still going?
I don't know.
They're still on.
Look. Ghost. Look. Ghost Adventures San Agustin Lighthouse. So they've been there. The second one was in 2019, apparently.
Ghost Hunters. Are they still? Oh, they are?
Yeah.
We should start watching them again.
Well, we gotta add that this. Hold on. They are on A&E. I thought it was the Discovery Channel, but anyway, the so on that lighthouse in St. Augustine, we've been there. Right over.
It's creepy.
It is creepy as heck. And they tell you there's like it's being certified as haunted per Ghost Hunters. And you're like, really? So you actually have to climb all these in order to go to the lighthouse. There's no way around. And you gotta go like that. And you're like, oh my God. And then people are quiet because you go with a tour, and you people are so scared that they barely talk.
Or vice versa. Or they won't shut up because they're so nervous. They just keep talking.
Yeah, but our group was, and then you look up and it's freaking dark. And you're like, all right, people talk. But then people are concentrated to go up because there's a lot of stairs.
A lot of stairs.
And then see that you hear noises
out of nowhere.
I am telling you that, and this is one of the things that you're like, my mind is playing trick. My mind is playing. No, it's not. I mean, you hear noises, but it's the same as the ship.
Yeah.
You start hearing noises.
And when you walk by the rooms, you hear noises. And right. Then when you're high up and you look down, you kind of hear noise. It's.
And then the guides obviously start telling you stories, and they'll tell you like, listen, there's been times that people take pictures randomly and then later on look at it and they see a silhouette. I mean, they have people send them the pictures later after, so they show it to you. So the fact that you know that it's haunted, is creepy. When you do it, you're creepy. So Cool Case have done this before. We did it on 2019. 2019, when we started the channel, we did a trip to St. Augustine.
I want to go to Salem.
And we did it, and it was like, in Kyla and Kala were like creeped out. They're like, this is too scary, blah 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 blah. So it kind of gets us a little bit, kind of like, it takes a little bit of energy to get them to go.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be okay. They're gonna be okay. And they, you kind of have to like,
yeah,
motivate them, cheer for them, or else they like, no,
we're good.
So anyway, so we did this lighthouse, and you could actually watch it because we again, it was in 2019.
Lightning McQueen. Might have been too far down.
Yeah, I might have been to
San Augustine, I think.
Look.
Look how little they were.
If you want to watch an OG, there you go. But that was, we did that with the train?
Yeah.
No, we didn't do it with the train, but
we did the lighthouse on its own, and then we did the other ghost tour. That took us to a different, like they took us to the school, they took us to
right. Yeah. So
in the school we kind of saw stuff.
This is an OG. Again, this is 2019. We just started, or the kids just started YouTubing. So don't bear with us, because you're gonna see two cuties and doing their thing. I'm sure that they will be embarrassed that I'm showing you this. But basically, what we did, St. Augustine Ghost Tour, Ripley, believe it or not. So we did multiple. We did this. Actually, we did this one. We did one for the town, and we did the lighthouse.
We wanted to do the jail, but we didn't do it.
So this one, Ripley, believe it or not, is actually creepy. And as we go around
over there, we saw stuff. I think our machines picked up a lot of stuff.
Our machines picked up energy in here, because they give you those little machines, and you go around. St. Augustine is like full of ghosts, guys. Ghosts.
It's definitely like
it's not a joke. There's a lot of. That's a town that suffer a lot. Yeah.
It was one of. I mean, it's defending Florida, so it had the fort. It's there, so the fort has a lot of history and I'm sure it has to have a lot of ghosts, a lot of stories about people obviously dying. So
look at how cute Kala is.
Look at that hair.
But you see how he's saying stuff and he's so scared.
He's looking around.
See, he's like, what's happening? So this is when Kyle and Kala will do the talk. We don't do anything but just hold the camera for them and guide them. And quite honestly, to see, Kal-El was 9 at this point. This is even before Halloween Horror Nights. So the fact that a 9-year-old can actually be ghost hunting per se, that's brave. Now that I think about it, that's pretty brave. And then they take you to this kind of school and they explain your story. Pretty creepy. I do like St. Augustine.
We need to go.
I wouldn't mind making a video, kind of redoing some of these. Yeah, but it's not showing up. And again, St. Augustine also have a lot of like Christmas stuff, so it's not only creepy things. But definitely, I'll look for it. I'll show it to you guys. Anyway, to celebrate, Karen's strike is ending. The writer's strike. That's good news for the writers, not the actors.
Okay.
So we don't know yet. And then today, Annie went back to the tribute store and noticed a bunch of new Easter eggs that they started displaying around. They added more stuff, believe it or not.
That's cool.
So when you walk into the tribute store, the Halloween tribute store, and shout out to Creative Team, they don't need to add more stuff.
They don't need to get back.
You know what I mean? They're like, we're in the
middle got them already.
Horror Nights. People are gonna come here regardless. September is almost gone. Nope, they started. So a few things have been added to the entryway. There's a skull-shaped Halloween bucket right over here. Then the first printing of the Tribute Terror, they added it. And then they added these jack-o'-lanterns down over here in this section of the story. More over here. They added this broken figurine. This was over here already, but they added
that. Chomper.
Yeah. And, they added this on the bottom too. So, shout out to the creative team, man. Look at this. Kitty's Cat Club, in reference of the case file on Earth, which was 2 years ago when we had the house. So more stuff. Look at that. And shout out to Annie that goes over there and picks up on all
Picks
that.
all that. That's like Kyla. Kyla will be good at doing stuff like that. Yeah. I see the same thing. Like, I don't see anything different.
So there's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, I saw her posting this earlier and I started talking to her and I'm like, how the heck you noticed that? So even that, look. So normally I would love to do a video, I just don't have the time. So I was like, let's show it in that live. But I would have loved to show more. But anyway.
The kids got us too busy.
Oh, we still have to do the scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
So more stuff. Anyway, moving to Disney really quick.
You want to finish these real quick?
Yeah. Hold on. Where was I?
You can go to Mary's, I think.
Well, let me go to Ryan. Ryan said that he's happy to see Adam the Wood. Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So Adam the Wood is in Hawaii with his mom.
That's awesome.
Which is outstanding.
Yeah.
Mary said, let's just say with Eastern Penitentiary, 142-year
history of full suicide, madness, disease, murder, and torture, there got to be trouble and trapped souls. Definitely. It has to be.
I'm all good with that. Like, I don't have problems going to places like that. I enjoy it.
Ghost Hunters had some creepy, unexplained things back when they were big on the paranormal shows. Yeah.
I love shows like that.
Yeah, I like shows like that.
Lately, I've been watching, I forgot the name of these YouTubers.
Someone that Kyla was watching the other day and she had to walk away.
Yeah, Kyla had to walk away.
Like, so, she was literally
so if you guys like that kind of paranormal stuff, hold on, I got my YouTube over here. I got a TV on top. If you enjoy that paranormal stuff, and you want to watch something that is gonna be crazy, what's the name of these guys? Shoot.
You watch all that stuff?
I watch a bunch of stuff, Karen.
Clearly.
I'm on YouTube.
Oh,
so Overnight. They're called Overnight. If you want to watch some paranormal crap that is gonna just watch these guys. These guys, they are no joke. Like, no joke. So I was watching this with Kyla yesterday, and she couldn't continue.
Matt Rife, it's a comedian.
Well, yeah, no, because
he's just like he's a friend of them. Like,
right. So what they do is they invite different people.
Yeah.
So let's say
I like how you say it's no joke. He's a comedian.
Right. No, but let's say I want to. Let's say I want to. Let's say I'm a super famous someone like YouTuber or whatever, and I write to them. They're like, "Do you want to join us?" They do that all the time. They bring like different people with them all the time, and then they go and expand the rule. But the problem of going with them is that they have you doing tests.
Yeah.
So you're gonna come with us. We're gonna play.
You better be ready.
You gotta be ready to play a game. And one of the games that they like doing is that they hide stuff, and you got like 10 minutes to search for stuff, or you're gonna be locked on there until you find it.
Nope.
You cannot come out.
Nope.
And I see. I don't play like that. Like, I could do it. I could do stuff, supernatural stuff like this. I cannot play games. Me by myself, nope, no thank you. But anyway, the reason that I'm mentioning them, on Friday, October the 13th, they are going to have a 24-hour live stream where they are going to be doing it just to collect funds. And they are going to be locked on the Warren Museum. In case you don't know what's the Warren Museum, the Warren Museum are the people that investigated The Conjuring and Annabelle. And they do actually have Annabelle. That doll over there is Annabelle. Annabelle is trapped on a box with holy water and I don't know how many crosses in front of her and stuff like that is protected. And you could only go to that museum during the day. You must be escorted. Everything the museum has are possessions that have been given to the Warrens when they used to do investigation and help priests and stuff like that with exorcism and stuff like that. It is the crazy stuff. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna be locked up for 24 hours on October 13 inside the Warren Museum, where they have actually had contact with paranormal activity, including with Annabelle. They already had contact with Annabelle, where Annabelle already talked to them through whatever things they use. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To each their own. Some people don't believe on that. Some people say, "Yeah, I don't want to mess with that." The cool thing about them too is that they also, if it's something super strong, they even tell you, "Okay, here's what we want you to repeat." Or if, sometimes they bring in their investigation and bring like somebody that will not allow any spirit
to protect
to attach.
Yeah.
So it protects them and it protects the viewers.
Right.
So they do stuff like that because it's strong. Some other crap that they find is strong. So how the hell these two jokers are gonna be there for 24 hours? I don't know. The times that they've been in this Conjuring is been 8 hours, but they break it in segments. So that's why you see there's so many times.
Well, they can do a video for 8 hours.
You know they what I mean? Do like, it. No. They do it. So they show you like the first 2 hours, the first.
No, I know, but to do a vlog for 8 hours, they can't. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, no. They do it. They record it. But yeah, no. There's one over here that is like, look, in this asylum for 2 hours. So perhaps all these places, the penitentiary, that they're mentioning, they probably done it. Because they're wearing the what's the other one that they did? They did that is on a ship that is possessed or something like that. But look, that it is insane the amount of stuff that they do. You gotta be like brave. Now, would I do it?
I like how we watch this only like during Halloween season. And then watch it a little after, and then we stop.
And then I stop. Yeah. So because I could only tolerate
so much creepiness.
Yeah. That's like me saying, okay, I'm going to expose myself to negativity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I could watch like a whole episode, and then I would tell Karen, okay, I had enough. I'm going to change it to something else.
Right. You got to break it up.
Because I have to like draw the line too, And I'm very sensitive. I perceive a lot of stuff.
Kyla's sensitive.
And so does Kyla. So I had to control my perception. So I could block it. But if I start feeling overwhelmed, I just, okay, I got to stop. And sometimes I feel it. Like there's time that I'm watching, I see the whatever thing that they're using going off, and people are like, oh, that something's here. I'm like, no, it's not there. That, nah. And then something happened, and I'm like, ooh, yes, I can feel it. And I have told Karen watching this show, it's right over there. And then all of a sudden they're like, so crazy.
On a lighter note, the second night of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party has now been sold out. I got you.
Thank you.
I did my part.
Time for a cough drop. Keep going.
And medicine. So it looks like November 9th and November 10th are now sold out. And I think that's pretty much it for now, right?
Yeah, for now.
And that's Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Yeah. So remember, this year they're doing the Mickey's Very Merry at Magic Kingdom, and then the Jolly Nights over at
Jollywood.
Jollywood. I don't know why I keep calling Jolly Nights.
Jollywood Nights, right?
Jollywood at Hollywood Studios. So this year they have 2 Christmas parties going on. So that's pretty good. Second night sold out.
Still slow.
It's still slow for Disney, but hey, there's hope.
They're still having availability for October for Mickey Mouse So Scary. So
see, Ghost Hunters had some. We said that one. No?
Yeah.
And Ryan said, "Let's see Jacob, the carpet banger, go through the houses." I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's a famous YouTuber.
Road. Let's go to Salem.
I would love.
I would love to go to Salem.
Do you need the link for the Ghost Hunter episode? That's what you mean, Michelle? Like for the lighthouse? Let me know.
Juanito. I don't like that stuff. Even younger, I didn't like to play Ouija. Yeah, no, I don't mess with the Ouija or anything with the Ouija.
I did. He knows.
That's why you're weird.
No, you think I'm perceptive? Mind you, my cousins.
Yeah, no. Your mom and your cousins probably.
Yeah, and that
comes from a long line.
And those things that we were talking about earlier from that show, those are demons. Oh, you sent me the link for it. Okay, I'll check it out. Send it to me or you send it to Karen or to Cool Case.
Probably me, because I'm cooler than you.
Yeah, you just gotta treat it with respect. I mean, honestly, there's good and there's bad.
Yeah.
Or there's good and there's evil. That's just the rule. That's the balance. You know, God as the creator, he's so fair. He even created a balance. You know what I mean? He's not like, oh, everything's gonna be good. There's gonna be good and there's gonna be evil, and that's pretty much what it is. So, if you sense evil, you're just gonna run the other way. Just like any party, Karen, this one starts at 7 o'clock. You could enter as early as 4 o'clock. We're not going to this one.
No.
We're gonna go to Jollywood. Disney CEO Bob Iger says company will quiet the noise in conservative culture war. In other words, what he's saying with this whole issue with the governor and the don't say gay and all that, he said to the extent that I can work to quiet things down, and I'm going to do that. He's fed up.
Yeah, he's done. Let's move
on. After more than 1,100 days, we finally got the freaking tram at Epcot. So now they could start working on their future plans.
Yes.
Go ahead and talk to me about what you're planning to do with $60 billion.
The trams are back, so we can move on.
We could now we know you can manage a day-to-day project.
So now we can quiet the guests by saying, hey, finally, you have your tram. Let's move on.
I'm telling you. I don't know what took them so damn long. You know, they cannot say we're short-handed.
We are.
So
the new ambassadors.
Question for you guys. What do you guys think about that 100-year celebration?
That's amazing.
I mean, what have you heard? You know.
Do we have the cricket sound?
I think I do. Oh.
What you doing?
What am I doing? I was trying to check.
You don't?
I think I used to.
Oh, you do. Cricket. It's the green one.
Yeah, exactly. So what have you guys heard about the 100-year celebration here in Walt Disney World?
Why can't we hear it? That's not
cool. Crickets?
Yeah.
Don't worry about hearing crickets. You didn't even hear anything. You probably heard absolutely nothing. because that's what it has become. What Disney did, and I wanted to do a video so bad, and the Lord knows the reason why I didn't have. I got sick and couldn't do it because I was gonna sweep the floor with them so bad. So here's what they did. They told us that last Friday was gonna be the start of the 100-year celebration in Epcot. With that, they told us the characters will be dressed up with a 100-year celebration outfit. It only ended up being Mickey and Minnie characters. Okay. Then they also told us that they were gonna bring specialty food, in which ended up being 3 new booths that they opened for the
Food
Food
and
and Wine
wine. Yeah.
Festival. That apparently people were like, okay. They told us fireworks, but all of a sudden people they stopped talking about the fireworks. Now the fireworks are happening on December 5th. What else they said? The overlay for soaring that you're flying over California is back on. So people went for that and they made a long line just for that.
Really?
Then for the Spaceship Earth, you know how every time that we have a new festival at the end of the night, they do something special for that. So they did that for the 100-year celebration. 100-year celebration. If I'm Walt Disney World right now, I would just come back to life and find a way to bitch slap him. I mean, that's disrespectful. You're talking. I mean, come on.
With the black.
You got. I mean, let's be honest. It's the 100-year celebration. We all are here because theme parks kind of got us together. Yes, you discover Cool Case Adventures and form this special bonding with us, in which it led to a special relationship. But we wouldn't done it if we wouldn't fallen in love with theme parks, and what initiated the theme park was Disney. Come on. It is the 100 years. It's not the 8th year. It's the freaking 100-year celebration. You know, just like they did in Disneyland, they made a big deal about it. And we've been saying that from the beginning of the year, since the beginning of the year. They should have done something special in every single park of the world, and they made a big deal about it. And over here, it's just like so disrespectful. If I would be Mickey, I would just like. So if Walt wakes up and decides to bitch slap the whole entire executive, I hope he doesn't. Because, good Lord, so disrespectful. But with that, they decided to just name the new ambassadors, in which these ambassadors, and that was last Friday when they named it. This is for the year 24 and 25. Serena Arvizu and Shannon Smith Conrad. So this is the same chick.
No.
No? No. So these are brand new?
They're brand new.
See, I like the guy. I mean, I don't know them. Respectfully, I don't know them, but I like the guy from this year.
From this year. He seems...
he's super cool, though.
Yeah, I don't like the girl that much.
He's super cool. He you know, he's like what represents Disney.
Right.
Very bubbly, very like animated. So with that 100-year celebration, as you can see, then they actually named them officially.
I think every year they announce 2 new. Like every year they change them. I don't think we've had one that's run a couple years, various years.
Yeah, I don't know much about
it.
Yeah. Then hold on, let me. Cecilia said, "What's up with the annual passes for cast member? You mean for the
Reedy Creek,
for the Reedy Creek? We'll talk about that in a second. I still choose to walk because we don't
walk enough.
Oh no, Epcot, if they park me like they've been doing lately, I'm freaking catching that tram. And you know I like walking, but I'm not. I refuse to walk a mile plus just for. Mm-mm. So anyway, so Disney World celebrating what Disney 100 with a historical look to the Disney parks, and so you know
Roy.
that's Roy
with a short Mickey.
Mm-hmm. Look at that phone like MGM Studios back in the day. It's pretty cool. This is history. I freaking love this. This is what. Remember when we celebrated 2000? No, you weren't here. I was here. 2000, and that's how they decorated Spaceship Earth. You have to remember this is a 100 years of magic. 2001.
Oh yeah.
You know
when they took the hat away, people were upset.
Yeah, I strive for all this. This is very close to me. But you have done all this, and you freaking want to like celebrate it with just doing that pour of celebration. To each their own. So more barges arrive for Luminous Nighttime Spectacular, which is the new show that starts on December 5th. Good news, I was able to renew my annual pass again, even though I did it a day late.
Ooh.
With the same price.
Have you checked if you can?
I gotta give you that. I don't know.
No, for New Year's Eve, can't do it? It's too far out, or?
I can do it. I think so. Disney World provides update on virtual queue. So you guys remember Moana?
Yes.
And how I asked them. You guys don't know this, but I went behind the scenes and I asked them, are you gonna run virtual queue when you open Moana? And they said, we don't think so.
Until they saw the lines.
So there was a fiasco, for lack of better words, because the lines were astronomical, and for the annual pass holder preview. And to be quite honest with you, what typical Disney, what they failed on is that they waited for hours to make that decision.
Of course.
So after the guests were standing for a long time, then they decided to revert it into a virtual queue, which you know how many people were pissed off. So look at this. That was the day. That's how Disney plans nowadays.
React way late.
And this is for annual pass holders.
They're not proactive. They're reactive and really slow.
So I almost felt like saying to them, listen, guys, it is okay. Wait for a couple of months. It will be empty. You'll be fine. But yeah, it was a fiasco. They ended up switching it into a virtual queue in the middle of everything. It was crazy.
And even then, I'm sure it made people mad because I've been waiting in line and now you want me to go into a virtual queue? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
They actually did this mural.
Look how pretty.
For that 100-year celebration. They do that from one day to the next. So a lot of people like it.
It's pretty.
Yeah. Again, I'm what I still will beach slap them. All you can do is just 100-year mural, really. New Florida resident hotel deals offer up to 30% early on 2024 stays in Walt Disney World. So this is Disney's new approach of, hey guys,
discount. Come stay with us.
I know that I might be too late to call everybody from out of state because we're almost there. However, how about you guys in the state of Florida, wouldn't you love to stay on the resort for a 30% off? By the way, it goes through March 24, which I'm including your spring break.
Spring break.
How about that, guys? Will you do me that favor? So it's quite interesting. Quite interesting. So there you have it. Disney's making strive already for 2024. We're hurting. They are hurting. And they're hurting badly.
We're good.
Okay, Bobby.
We're doing fine.
Okay, Bobby. Keep telling that.
I don't know what you guys are talking
about. Walt Disney World Hotel deals offer up to 25% off on 2024 stays when booked by December 15. So this is another exclusive offer right here. So you have the Florida residents and then everybody else, some guests, 25% off.
Hey, it's not bad.
No. So
that's a pretty picture.
They discover this past week that
no crap.
They're gonna close Moana during inclement weather at Epcot.
Well, that's obvious, people.
You know, we're dealing with water.
Lining.
In case somebody was wondering, we will close it, so we're gonna pause it. So in fact, the annual pass holder period was paused for the very reason. Yesterday afternoon, that was on the day before the 26th.
The 25th?
The 25th. So that's how they discovered it. By the way, we're pausing it because we have bad weather.
Well, that's common sense, people. They're going to close it.
Yeah. T. Michelle said, I like to stay at a hotel for a half off. You never know, man. You're already on a 30%. You just don't know yet.
If they get desperate, they will.
You just don't know. Just don't forget, we're travel agents. All you got to do is like reach out to us. We'll try to hook you up. You just don't know. I am telling you. Disney, unfortunately, has nothing coming in the next few years. And 2025, believe it or not, even though it sounds close, it's still too far. And 2025 is for Epic Universe. So these theme parks right now, with Disney not bringing anything, if this year they've been slow, next year is going to get worse. So be ready. You may not hear the 50% off because that's bad marketing for them, but you may notice that the prices may decrease. You know that so-called inflation is gonna deflate.
And aren't they gonna add the meal stuff for next year too? Yeah. The beginning of this year. So that's kind of like.
So they're gonna try it out. They're gonna try that meal plan first, and if the meal plan doesn't work, they're gonna say, "Listen, here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna tell anybody, but instead of charging $700 a night, we're gonna charge $450." And we're going to say that we're going to offer a 25% off in different season. And that's how you're going to end up getting almost a 50% off. I'm telling you, mark my words, that's going to happen. Because next year, they have nothing coming. There's no new rides. Here's what I would do if I'm Disney right now. I will start planning a bunch of after-hour events, but they have to be themed.
Yeah.
So I will bring back to here, Florida.
And not make it so expensive, so you sell out.
Right. Go ahead and make the Villains After Hours.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bring back the Star Wars 9. Start creating new after hours, theme after hour, and do it on a way
at
that
a
is not as
price.
expensive. So instead of charging the $159, maybe you charge $99, starting at $99. You know, or do like Halloween Horror Night, starting at $89. And prices may vary. So anybody that buys right now, $89. If I'm selling out, I'm bringing it to $120. And then that's how, kind of like a concept. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how I'm going to keep. That's what I will do if I'm Disney right now for next year. Who knows? It may be in the works. But they need to bring those after hours events to start pulling people here back in town.
That's a good
because point. This Moana thing ain't pulling nothing.
Clearly, it's making lines.
Hold on.
It's making lines. They had to go to virtual queue. Give it a break.
Of crickets.
It's better than that. Why are people waiting in line to see the same thing?
I mean, no, because they haven't seen this since 2001. 2001 when it opened.
No, go to Moana.
And it made his way to Apple in 2005. So yeah,
go to Moana.
I mean, come on, you like Soaring?
Yeah, but
you and the kids like Soaring.
Yeah, I don't remember when the last time is that we did Soaring though.
I honestly think that the kids don't even remember the Soaring is there. But if you were to tell them, oh yeah,
no, they're gonna do like they always do. How long is the wait time?
Oh yeah, no, because they're smart. They're like, I'm not gonna wait that long. But if you tell them, hey, it's not that long, okay. So, but anyway, I think it was from 2007, either 2007 or 17, the last time that we had this soaring over California.
Soaring.
All right. Oh boy. DeSantis Goonies.
Be nice.
Well, we have a very smart.
I said be nice, and you're like.
We have a very smart audience. So DeSantis Goonies decided to stop, and this is what Cecilia was asking. They decided to stop the annual pass benefit for the Reedy Creek cast members. So the Reedy Creek cast member are people who are the police officer, the fire department,
the first responders.
Yeah, the maintenance they work for the district per se. In other words, any third-party company, right? So Disney did what they do with any third-party company. So when Disney has one of these vendors, like I remember when your brother used to work with a company that sells like this big ball. You bounce back and come back to you, whatever.
And the
one of those silly things. Those are third-party company, and they do get the same benefit. They do get better. And they enter to the park. They that's part of their benefit, right? So they went ahead and got mad because Disney's basically giving this to them, and they're making money out of it. They're basically charging the taxpayers for something that they're benefiting. So they said, right? Now we know that Disney is that contributes with over 85% of the taxes in the district. So what taxpayers they're saying, I don't know. So DeSantis Goonies that made that mistake, and now they're saying, hey, we're going to replace it. We're going to give you a stipend. So now, you smart audience out there, tell me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
How the heck you going to say, we're not going to give you this because it's benefiting Disney, so Disney's paying for that, but now we're going to pay you for this? Isn't that the same crap?
No, it's totally different.
So
they're just rewarding it.
The stipend, pretty much, if I read this correctly, or in one of the things that I read about this, it's equivalent to 1,425. There you have it, right? Damn, I got good memory. The policy does not outline a stipend amount, but the previously announced stipend amount was 1,425 per employee. This amount will be enough to cover a single Disney Sorcerer Pass, which is the pass that I have, but doesn't even come close to covering the spouse or children like the previous main gate program did. According to BlockMedia.com sources, the stipend will increase to $3,000, and the new amount will be announced in the next district in September 27th. So after they piss them off,
they're like, my bad.
They're gonna like, oops. No, never mind. We're gonna pay you $3,000 according to the sources, right? The hell, you doing the same thing, you morons? You're doing exactly the same thing.
Now they have the choice. Do they spend it on it?
They're just a bunch of morons. I'm like, whoopie doo. Like, you're going to hurt Disney right now. How the hell Disney is going to get hurt at this point because they don't have people going into, you know what I mean? That's like saying, okay, cast member cannot go to the park next month. They don't get hurt.
Which they do all the time.
They do it all the time. It's like, it's like stupid. So they still hurt the employees for their own stupidity. So anyway, Mary says still won't cover our family either way. Yeah, I know, I get it. But the whole idiotic argument that they had is like, well, yeah, Disney is basically, benefiting from all this. And we're not gonna allow them to get pay themselves for the benefit. What the hell? So first of all, they're the one that pay for the majority of the taxes. The majority, over 85%. And now you ended up allocating a budget to pay them, the employee, for something that you took away. Just a bunch of idiots, man. Just a bunch of idiots. Cecilia said your governor is running your tourist dollar.
They definitely are.
There definitely is. It definitely is. And don't you worry about it. I'm sure there's somebody in the next campaign is going to remind him of that. And he's just sinking his own ship because everybody's watching this. Everybody's watching this joke. And what's happening is that he's probably speaking or stuttering as we speak right now because they're having a debate. So he's probably looking like the idiot that he is in front of national TV. Because how you gonna hurt business when that's the business that is bringing a lot of money to your state? And that's going to end up hurting your own taxes. It hurts your taxpayer. It hurts your employees. So anyway, idiotic move. Today, Disney Spring announced that starting next week, they're going to be opening their parking lot early. So at 9 o'clock instead of 10 in the morning. And you might say, like, yeah, what's the big deal about that? That's a big deal. Because a lot of these vendors, they attempt to run something specials and they cannot control the crowd because some of them even forget, which that's what happened to Karen when they were trying to do something for the Corsico. They forget that the Disney Spring doesn't open their garage until certain time, and then they announce that they start the offer as of 8:30 or whatever. Then that creates a issue. Then people start parking in nearby hotels so they could walk and get whatever promotion. And a lot of people been complaining like, listen, dude, I mean, you got stores opening here at before 10 in the morning.
Yeah. You gotta open the garage.
Open the damn garage. You also hurting the business. So finally, Disney listened to them, and according to them, they will be opening as of 9 in the morning. And I'm one of these people that shows up early.
And as of October 1st.
As of October 1st. I enjoy going to Disney Spring. The earlier, the better, especially when I'm recording a video and I don't need, or if we're gonna taste food, especially from the Ganagery and Amoret, especially Amoret. I love showing up early. And then you got Gideon's. People were showing up to Gideon's. Gideon's, you got to show up early. And people are like...
But it's worth it.
I know.
If you can ever get a cookie from Gideon's, do it.
So I love going to Disney Spring early. I like opening, so I'm glad that they're doing this. Disney files permit for... Oh, by the way, before I move forward, I was using blockmickey.com. And I'm switching again to WDW News. Just want to give them credit. So Disney files permit for new DVC cabins at 4 Wilderness Resort campground. I'm dying to see the difference because as it is, those cabins look phenomenal.
Phenomenal. They're so expensive too. That's one place that we still haven't been able to stay.
And now you're gonna do DVC cabins. I can only imagine.
They're gonna be
luxurious.
That word of cabins.
So
they're gonna be gorgeous.
See, I said that Disney Spring was busy in the middle of the day on Saturday. Yeah, you gotta go early. You go to Disney Spring, go super early, open it. Unless you're gonna go for like lunch or early dinner.
But it's gonna be crowded. If you're
just gonna go shopping, go early. Treat it like a regular mall. You know, they open at 10, you're there at 9:30. You're like, but hold on, the garage don't open until 10. Yeah, I know, but you wanna be over there making the line. So as soon they open the damn garage, you trust me. I do. We do it all the time.
All the time.
I should put a secret with the cool case adventures. You guys get to see where we park, how I find close parkings all the time, how I don't follow direction when they tell me that a lot is full, and I'm like, yeah, okay, even in the airport, yeah, okay. And Karen's like, but it says full. Never mind, I'm not gonna argue. After so many years with me, she's like, yeah, okay.
After 20-some years, I'll be like, hey, it says that it's closed. You're going to go that way, right?
The hell they are. Full or closed. Nope. I don't follow those kind of direction. Because I know my parks. I know my Disney Spring. I know the airport. You're not going to tell me at freaking 6 in the morning that your lot is full. Yeah, all that overnight flight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Really?
Yes.
And it's not even busy season? Okay. So Disney Spring does the same thing. Disney Spring starts shutting down levels and they'll tell you that it's all completely full. And I'm like, okay, watch me. And my poor kids like, Daddy says full. No. We'll see. So anyway. I like Disney Spring at night for the music and the atmosphere, but won't touch the store. Yeah, I know, depending what you go for. I mean, I just go for a different reason. So there's times that I'm gonna go to buy something specifically, and I want to go in and out. There are times that I just go to record a video. Therefore, I know when to go, and that the earlier the better. When it comes to the holidays, I know when to show up and not to go. So, again, the earlier the better. Karen, the last thing we talk about, where the Goonies decided that they're not going to give us more money for the road, so they finally announced that they approved a $3.1 million cut on roadway repair for the Walt Disney World Company, which basically covers the majority of this district.
Yeah.
You know, just saying. They basically continue to play the game. Disney is the majority of the taxpayer for this district. They even admitted that they were overpaying taxes. So now they're just saying, hey, we're going to cut you. You know, so now they're going to damage stuff because government, that's what government does. So,
good night, Mary.
All right, Mary.
Thanks for hanging out.
Good night. So anyway, guys. Oh, shoot. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, so last but not least, a Christmas gift in September. This is for my Disneyland people. Even though it's still Halloween on the theme park, but we already have news. The theme park Christmas. The dates for the candlelight procession on Disneyland is on December 2nd and December 3rd. With performances of 5:30 and 7:45 for both dates. Candlelight processional weekend is always one of the hottest events of the winter season and the happiest place on earth. And now that we know the when, all we have to do is wait to find out who will be telling the story of Christmas that is. And this is by Minds Chat, the source. We never obviously been there during the holidays during Disneyland, but it's one of the most popular events of the year, and people love going to those processional. I mean, we're blessed enough to have it on Epcot. even though we don't sit down to watch the processional, it is so easy to just to hang out by the American, theater, and we just stand over there and watch it with no
Mhm.
problem. I mean, you don't have to like sit down, but assuming that Disneyland is more limited in space, you
Yeah,
I'm assuming you must have
have to get
a
the room.
limited capacity.
Yeah.
So, but there you have it, December 2nd, December 3rd for Disneyland. Disneyland processional. Ours is in Epcot. Ours starts on November 24, I think. On the first day of the festival, which is on that Friday. I think it's this November 24th. So kind of cool. Um, it's kind of awesome also that we're like shifting from
Yeah.
Halloween now, already talking about
Holidays.
holidays, and we're just not even in October yet.
Yeah.
So, anyways, people, oops,
Hmm.
I almost closed you guys out. So it's been already 2 hours. Thank you for joining us. We hope you have a good rest of the week. We share a bunch of little news here and there, and thank you for joining us on the Hunt's conversation. Kind of cool to see what
Yeah.
you guys are digging and what you're enjoying out there, what you heard, and maybe eventually once we start visiting different states, then you guys can help us choosing where to go.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That will be super cool because if you guys said like some of the suggestions you said, can you go here in Atlanta, and I think Atlanta is like 6-7 hours away from here. We could plan something, overnight that we can go. That would be pretty cool though.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I'm not opposed to things like that, um, especially if it's coming from you guys. So definitely something to look for the future. But thank you for the recommendation and for the continued support. Um, Hopefully we all get rid of this crap so we can
Yes.
move on. My intention also, our intention is to give you different vlogs, not necessarily all the spooky. So hopefully I'll be able to edit a video by Friday, from California, so that will give you a break from the spookiness, and then we'll continue to record around. There's a couple of things that I want to record in Disney, believe it or not. Uh, um, that deals with Halloween still, but not in the scary aspect, but more in the food aspect. So hopefully we'll be able to offer you like a break that way. Um, so we'll see if the our children's schedule allows it.
Yeah. Seriously.
Anyhow, guys, so thank you so much for joining us. You guys have a wonderful rest of the week.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye bye.